Well, it's the big show. Yes, it's a big bad show tonight. Yeah, it's the big show. Come on, crank it up and turn on all the lights, y'all. Well, get ready for something that you'll never know. You won't see it coming, but I promise you'll know. The big show. Well, it's the big show. Yes, it's a big bad show tonight. Yeah, it's the big show. Come on, crank it up and turn on all the lights, y'all. Well, get ready for something that you'll never know. You won't see it coming, but I promise you'll know when it's the big show.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. Woo!
You are watching the leaders in full immersion gaming, and this is the pregame show only on the NBL Network.
What a great night here in the NBL, folks. Welcome, everybody, to the NBL Live pregame show. That's brought to you each and every week by our graphic sponsor, Web3KS.com. We talk about them all the time, all the graphics they do for the NBL Network, and they've got a great deal for you. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit up Web3KS.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You'll get a 15% discount off your entire order. Web3KS.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, folks. Hope your week is going well so far. We got a little hump day action here on NBL Live. A huge matchup in the NFC. It's two undefeated teams facing off against each other. It is the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys, and I am joined tonight by, of course, my co-host of Highly Debatable and our NBL creative director, Sonny Weaver. Sonny, it's been a while since you've been back on NBL Live. Have you stretched out? Are you sure you know how it works still?
I think so. This is the one where we talk about Taco Bell, movies, things like that, right?
Correct. You got
Okay.
it right on the money.
I'm ready to go.
All right, he is good to go, folks. He is prepared for everything we talk about here on NBL Live. We hope you're having a great day, and this should be a great matchup. Let's not waste any time. Let's take a look at the players to watch for today's game between the Cowboys and the Lions. And first, on the side of the Dallas Cowboys, it is tight end Jeff Swaim, who has started off with a really nice season, Sonny. 14 catches, 271 yards, 19.4 he is averaging, and 2 touchdowns. This Dallas Cowboys team is passing at a very accurate clip, and a big reason of this is because of the big tight end Jeff Swaim, who's become a very big safety net for the Cowboys offense.
Yeah, and what Swaim is, he's your vertical kind of take the top off. This offense really has some issues as far as receivers, but what you get out of the tight end position here for Dallas is it's going to push the guys up the field and really let the underneath routes develop underneath them. So look for a lot of vertical concepts, seam routes running out of that tight end position, and then look for the underneath routes to follow through. You'll see a lot of Allen Hurns coming underneath those vertical routes there by Swaim.
I mean, who else do we talk about on the Detroit Lions? It is, of course, Matt Stafford. Out of the box, a little older, a little less athletic. 63 completion, though, on the season. 956 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Sonny, it's early cycle. We maybe haven't seen the Matt Stafford that may develop as the game. Everybody starts to learn that game, figure out what works, figure out what doesn't. Early in the season, maybe a little wild, 5 interceptions, but he's almost got 1,000 yards through 3 games. He is, of course, this Lions offense is going to be a passing attack first. And with Dez Bryant, what does that add for this Lions passing attack?
Well, what it gave him was a big body receiver that's there to give Stafford something he normally doesn't have. We've seen it over the last couple cycles, they go for kind of those mid-sized to small guys. With Dez Bryant, you get a bigger guy, and I think that's where Stafford may get a little bit in trouble. He's maybe thinking that big body wide receiver can go up and get it. So it's a little bit different for him, a little bit of a learning curve, but obviously almost 1,000 yards here through 3 games. I don't think he's doing too bad.
All right, Sonny, before we get to predictions and start and look at the Bleacher Report predictions, of course, what do you think is the X factor in this game? 2 teams coming in undefeated, 2 teams I think most people consider the favorites to come out of the NFC. What's your X factor you're looking for today?
Well, I think as far as Detroit's concerned, it's all about stopping the run. If they can actually stop the run, slow down Zeke Elliott, they've got a chance to win this because everything starts with the run. We saw just the other day, Dallas Cowboys were playing against, I want to say it was the Seattle Seahawks. And basically their ability to run at will is what let them do everything they did. And then if you're the Dallas Cowboys, I look to the other side at those young cornerbacks, that young secondary. How are they going to match up against some of these better wide receivers? You know, Dez Bryant, we've heard a lot about him, kind of stepped in here as in the number 1 role, and it's Matthew Stafford going to be able to pick them apart. You know, this is an interesting one, OSU. Very interesting.
Let's see who the Bleacher Report team picked in this game. Split right down the middle. Timbo, MBM, and Adam all going with the Detroit Lions, whereas Bananas Fella and Double A taking Star and the Dallas Cowboys. Of course, this is a game that features one of our teams being featured on building the franchise. And Sonny, let's get your prediction. Who do you like in this game between the Lions and the Cowboys? And I'll throw an additional question on you. You know, Bombers building the franchise on this Dallas Cowboys team. So if there's one guy who knows this Cowboys team from front to back, it is the owner of the Lions tonight. Does that give him any sort of advantage going into today?
Yeah, so conspiracy theory here. Bomber knew that Star was going to be his biggest matchup, problem in the NFC this cycle. So he decided to do building the franchise so he would actually see every single play ran by this Cowboys team, which is really the X factor in this one. I think the Lions go on to win because they know every play the Cowboys are going to call before they play them.
Should be an interesting matchup for sure. One of these teams is leaving with the first blemish on their record. Let's get to that game, folks. Coming up next, an early matchup between 2 undefeated teams, an early matchup between 2 rivals here in the NBL. It is the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. It's coming up right now here on NBL Live.
I just want to say, hey, man, this is T.O., the cover athlete of the Madden 19 Hall of Fame edition, and you're watching the gold standard of the franchise mode, the MBL Network. Holla.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's been dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks who catches and makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is
touchdown.
dropping back. He's got open over the middle. It's
Wow. That big playmaker
Look
ability
at
as
him
he
go.
finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. Oh, little Wednesday night NBL Live here on the NBL Network. Appreciate each and every one of you tuning into NBL Live. I am OSU. I'm hanging out with my man Sonny Weaver. Sonny, looking at the predictions in the chat, we're seeing a lot of people predicting a high-scoring affair. Is there any chance this game is a defensive battle, or are we going to see points galore here in Dallas?
Oh, we're going to see points tonight. This is not going to be a boring game at all. I like the predictions. I think you're looking at 26, 28 points per team with the winner coming out in the 30s. So expect a little bit of off to the races action here coming up.
Well, let's see how this game unfolds as it looks like the Dallas Cowboys going to be starting with the ball on offense. The Detroit Lions come out in their baby blues. Handoff on 1st down to Zeke Elliott right up the middle. Ziggy Ansah with the tackle after a 4-yard gain. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Sonny, as you said in the pregame, Ezekiel Elliott's going to be a key for both teams.
Yeah, and Zeke Elliott, if you slow down Zeke Elliott, you've got a chance with this Dallas team. But the problem is not many teams have been able to do that so far.
And on 2nd and 6, it looks like it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys breaking the huddle. Dak Prescott, he's going to be in the shotgun. Zeke Elliott to his right. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left side, 1 over to the right. And on 2nd and 6, it's going to be Zeke Elliott once again cutting back to the right side, but a good job on the interior of that line as Zettel able to make the tackle. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5. And Sonny, an early opportunity for the Lions to get a 3-and-out against this potent Dallas Cowboys offense.
Zeke a little quick on the cut out there. He's got to stay in his lanes.
3rd and 5, shotgun formation. It's Dak Prescott in the shotgun, 2 wide to the left, 1 over to the right. Zeke Elliott to the right of Dak Prescott as he drops back on 3rd and 5. Waiting, waiting. He's got all the time in the world from only a 3-man rush. Throws over to the right side. Little high pass on the sidelines, and it is caught down to the 46-yard line. Sonny, that one, just the epitome of the Detroit Lions with a 3-man rush. Can't get any pressure on Dak Prescott. He had 8 seconds in the pocket.
Yeah, I'm not real sure what that was about. There was nobody coming there. In fact, I thought Prescott was going to sack himself, kind of just running up into his center. Everything about that play a little bit weird.
An odd play, but they get the first down. And on 1st and 10, it's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott over the left side, and a great coverage there. A big tackle, 1-on-1. That was Glover Quinn with the tackle. No gain on the play. Sonny, Glover Quinn, a guy in this Lions defense, maybe a little unheralded. Guys don't talk about him too much, but he is a big hitter that can come up and help in the run game.
Yeah, but the team recognizes it, and that is why he is one of their captains. I think that's worth noting here going forward.
Now 2nd and 10, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Dak Prescott under center. He drops back, 4-man rush from the Lions. Waiting. He's got all the time in the world. Dak Prescott's going to take off, and he's got some room past the 40, 35, 30. He's going to slide down just shy of the 25 to the 27-yard line. Give him 19 yards on the play, and Sonny, we're already seeing, man, what could be a big problem for this Lions team, the inability to create any pressure outside of a blitz. This 4-man rush, 3-man rush, not getting there.
Right, and that's why on the last 3rd down we saw that spy, and it's kind of a double-edged sword here for him.
Now 1st and 10. Lions changing up their look, showing a lot of guys in the box. It's going to be Dak Prescott under center. He's got 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. He drops back to pass and looks over to the left side. Completes it to the tight end down to the 18-yard line. That was Jeff Swaim with the catch. 9 yards, going to bring up a 2nd and 1.
And right now, Dallas kind of mixing things up a little bit. I like it, not always running on 1st down here.
Good friend of the NBL Network, Mad Scientist, join us in the chat. Welcome, Mad Sci. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday. 2nd and 1 for Prescott and the Cowboys. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. As it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And great job there on the using, filling that hole, making sure Ezekiel Elliott doesn't pick up anything. He actually lost one on the play. Diggs with the tackle, going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah, Diggs read that well. He sold out, filled the gap, and really there's nowhere for Elliott to go. He was getting hit in the backfield. Big 3rd down coming up here, though, and the problem is with Dak Prescott, you almost got a read-run option here. Got to keep an eye on him.
Comes out 2 tight ends to the right side of that formation, 2 wide receivers over to the left side. Zeke Elliott in the backfield on 3rd and 2. It's going to be Dak Prescott driving back, 4-man rush once again from the Lions. Oh, and that little underneath route gets past the user and inside the 10-yard line to the 8. 1st and goal for the Dallas Cowboys. As a nice pass there, Cole Beasley picks up his 2nd catch of the day. They're 8 yards from putting out the first touchdown of this game.
Yeah, and I think they're going to have to run some more man coverage here on 3rd down because obviously Dallas is audibling in the backside hot route slant.
Handoff to Zeke Elliott on the right side.
Zeke's gone.
Sonny,
yeah, not even
that's
close.
probably the easiest touchdown of Zeke Elliott's career as he walks in over the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Sonny, your thoughts on this first drive from the Dallas Cowboys and from the Detroit Lions defense?
Well, and what I was saying there is you saw a lot of zone on 3rd down here for Detroit, and I think they're going to have to switch it up, go a little man, and hope your cornerbacks can run with them. What you get with Dallas, you get a lot of kind of corner with a backside slant or drag. You'll see that get hot routed into the play a lot, and I know that's tough for man to keep up with, so maybe you use the backside, but all this zone, you're not getting any pass rush. You got to figure something out quick here to get to Dak Prescott.
So I just got the best email ever. It says, your ESPN fantasy football draft is tomorrow. Fantasy football season is upon us. Uh-oh. As we get to see this Detroit Lions offense come out. And Sonny, true or false, this Lions defense isn't going to impress anybody. It's the offense that Bomber always banks on to show off for this Detroit Lions team.
Yeah, it's live with it or die with it here for Detroit. So we're going to find out real quick what this game's going to look like.
And on 1st and 10, it's going to be Matt Stafford. He's going to break the huddle, come out under center. He's got 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end out there, 2 of those wide over to the left side. One wide over to the right, one tight end on the right side as well. Stafford dropping back to pass on 1st and 10. Great user on the drag, but he finds the tight end, Wilson, down to the 41-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the play. That's what he does so well, Sonny. Reading the field and finding the open receiver. A lot of people would have tried to throw that drag route underneath.
Yeah, for sure. And really what was nice there is you had that little combo there with Dez, and it pushed it up the field, and that break on the corner almost created a pick on the cornerback. It was a nice play.
1st and 10 now for the Lions. Bryant out to the right side. Marvin Jones Jr. alone on the left side. Bryant coming in motion on 1st down, and Matt Stafford driving back to pass. Blitz picked up nicely. He completes it to the tight end, and he's up past the 45 to the 40. Inside the 40-yard line to the 37. 2 plays, 37 yards for Matt Stafford through the air, picking apart that man blitz.
Yeah, so far we've seen 2-man plays here, and that's kind of the opposite that we're used to there with Detroit. So Dallas, if I'm Dallas, I'm looking more zone blitzes, because right now this man coverage, Matthew Stafford will tear up man coverage all day.
On 1st and 10, it's Matt Stafford, I formation. They're going to try to run the ball here on 1st down, and not a whole lot there. That's Amir Abdullah taking the carry, 1 yard on the play. Sonny, if you were looking to find a team that is that sort of run, pass, nice balanced offense, you're not going to find that with this Detroit Lions offense.
Yeah, it's not Detroit at all. They use a lot more short passing to be their running attack than the runs themselves. They do enough running just to keep you honest, but not much more than that.
2nd and 9. It's going to be a 3-wide look once again. 1 over to the left side, 2 over to the right. 1 tight end Wilson in the slot. Theo Riddick into the game to the left of Matthew Stafford on 2nd and 9. Minute 34 to go here in the 1st quarter. Stafford steps up in the pocket. Big pancake there. Matt Stafford steps up. I think he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball, and he was indeed. So back him up. 3rd and 13. Mistake for the veteran.
And that's weird because normally Stafford's good at sliding in the pocket, but there he kind of had this hesitant run forward slide, and that's not really what you see from Matthew Stafford often.
Now 3rd and 13 for the Lions. Pistol formation for Matt Stafford. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right side, 1 over to the left. That's Marvin Jones Jr. alone on the left side as Stafford drops back. 3-man rush from the Dallas Cowboys. Waiting. Looks to the corner over there. Oh, and a nice defensive play. Looked like Wilson was going to come down with that one, but the Dallas Cowboys able to rip that one out of his hands, and now they're going to have to settle for a 57-yard field goal. Sonny, and as you know, kicking in this game, it is a much bigger challenge than it was in Madden 18.
Look at that. You can't even see the bar.
I even
Oh.
kind of see it.
Wow.
The kick is up, and it's just gonna sneak over. So 57 yards, not that big a deal for
You know
the
that
Detroit
accuracy
Lions.
perfectly. That's impressive.
That was top notch. Top notch kicking. Just take a look at that one, folks. As 7-3 your score. Dallas gonna get the ball back. He's gonna return this one out of the end zone to the 20. He's gonna attempt to phase through his own blocker. He'll get to the 27-yard line. We get to see this Cowboys offense come back out, Sonny, and they really didn't have any trouble moving the ball against this Lions defense.
No, not at all, and that's a little bit concerning here. At some point, you got to find some pass rush here on Dak Prescott, and not sure the Lions are equipped to do that.
Let's see what they do on 1st and 10. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Dak Prescott as he drops back. Play action pass, sits in the pocket, waiting. He gets clobbered as he throws the ball, almost intercepted in the end by by one of the linebackers. It looked like came up there. It's gonna bring up a 2nd and 10. Hey, Sonny, I think they heard you talk about that not being able to get pressure on Dak Prescott.
Yeah, gotta get pressure, and they got some pressure there. Good things happen when you get pressure.
Under pressure, doom. Bunch formation, 3 to the right side. And now, of course, break that up. Put 2 wide receivers over to the left side, 1 over to the right. Zeke Elliott to the right of Dak Prescott as the Lions. Looks like they're going to send a blitz here. Picked up nicely. Looks over the middle. High pass. Money ball. Spin move. He's got room up into enemy territory near the 35-yard line. Calling him down at the 36. And a nice throw there. And Sonny, that is the man in the NBL who will not die. It is will not die, will tie with the catch there for 37 yards.
Yeah, those tight ends pushing the vertical seams. You got to watch that.
Pistol formation, once again, bunch formation over to the left side. It's going to be hand off to Zeke Elliott over that left side towards the bunch formation. And that was a real bad run there because he had some room out there and cut it inside way too early. Only going to pick up 1. Going to bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice pursuit there by Ziggy Ansah. He came running over there, and like you said, that kind of hesitant cut back there by Zeke gave Ansah just enough time to get across field and make the tackle.
Now 2nd and 9 for Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, already into field goal range. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end out there. That is Will Tye on the right side of that formation. It's Dak Prescott dropping back to pass. Spy sitting there, 3-man rush, and it eventually fooled Dak Prescott as Robinson able to get in there on the sack. Going to bring him down for a loss of 2. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 11. And Sonny, there, another nice job by this defensive line. Maybe picking it up a little after that first drive where they couldn't do anything.
And what you're seeing here, you're seeing a little bit of that spy action. Now, 3rd and 11, I'd be scared to run zone here. I think you got to go man. I'd even consider maybe another spy here because this is Dak Prescott kind of run territory that we've seen so far tonight.
See what they end up doing here on 3rd and 11. Ball's on the 37-yard line. That's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-3 your score. Sonny, anything that surprised you about that first quarter? Did it go about what you thought it would?
A little surprised we haven't seen as much Ezekiel Elliott running as I expected, which bodes well for the Lions, except they're moving the ball so easily through the air. Coming into this game, we thought if they were going to have a shot, they'd have to shut down Zeke, which they've done a pretty good job of. But right now, Prescott just picking them apart.
Brawl in the chat saying, I wish the Giants kept Will Tye. It's going to be a 3rd and 11. Lowfish in the chat saying, I expected a little more scoring. 7-3 your score right now. Dak Prescott in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left side, 1 over to the right side. Zeke Elliott to the right of Dak Prescott as he drops back to pass. On 3rd and 11. Waiting. He gets clobbered. Big hit coming around the edge. And it's going to force Dallas to kick a field goal as the defense of the Detroit Lions comes up with a big stop. They gave up the big play to Will Tye, but were able to hold them after that. This from the 37-yard line, a 54-yard attempt from the middle of the field. The kick is up. It is online, and it is good. 10-3 your score. Sonny, which team is feeling better about that drive? The Cowboys for getting points on the board or for the Lions for getting a stop?
Well, I think Detroit figured something out defensively late in that drive. They switched to conservative pass rush. And basically what they're trying to do right now is they're trying to just contain Dak Prescott. They're going to make him work from inside the pocket. And you saw the last couple plays there. It makes Prescott uncomfortable when he's in that box. He likes to roll out. He likes to get space. So that could be interesting to watch. I think it may force a turnover down the line here because Prescott doesn't like the kind of the working out of a phone booth that Detroit's put him in now.
Sonny, did I see him doing a little cowboy in the back of the end zone while I took that out of the back for the touchback? Did I see that?
Yes, you did. It was great.
Okay. I just want to make
Shout
sure.
out.
First and 10 for Matt Stafford and the Lions offense, looking to get more than a field goal on this drive. Man blitz there to throw to the outside. It is complete down to the 38-yard line. Marvin Jones with the catch out there. Dallas trying to bring heat, Sonny, but Matt Stafford too good at recognizing that and picks up the first down.
Yeah, I'd like to see Detroit maybe try to get some tempo going here. The next completion, maybe hurry it up and see if you can't get them caught off guard. You're seeing Detroit complete these things, and I feel like they want to get running, but they just slow down and get back into the huddle.
First and 10 now for the Lions. 3 wide receivers again, 2 to the right, 1 over to the left side, 1 tight end to the right side of that formation. Amir Abdullah in the backfield on first and 10. It's a play-action pass for Matt Stafford. Waiting. Blitz picked up nicely. He's going to take a deep shot over the middle, but that looks like it's overthrown the whole way. And why does he catch that? He just slaps it to the ground, and that's a mistake because you know now, Sonny, the Lions are going to take advantage of that.
He just slapped that down. It was going to hit him in the chest, and he slapped it out of the air, so it didn't hit him.
It's the most nonchalant deflection I have ever seen. It's a mistake, folks. 2nd and 10. I imagine he starts probably pulling his hair out there. 2nd and 10 for the Detroit Lions. Pistol formation. Bunch 3 to the left side. 1 tight end on the right side of that formation. It's Matt Stafford dropping back to pass on 2nd and 10. Waiting. Looks over to the left side. Little corner route up to the 45-yard line. Nice throw to first time we're going to call it his name. Dez Bryant. Sonny, the reviews from Bomber has been Dez Bryant has been one of the best additions he's ever had.
Yeah, I'm not real sure how Bomber just gets these wide receivers gifted to him, but yet again, another wide receiver in Detroit.
1st and 10, pistol formation for Stafford as he drops back. Blitz coming over the left side. It's picked up nicely. He takes it underneath.
That wasn't worth it.
Was it what? It wasn't. What? Luke Wilson, not the hurdle. That looked like an Iceland out there. I don't know about you. That looked like an Iceland trying the hurdle.
Yeah, I don't know what the payoff was with that hurdle, but hey, you know what? Good for them. Good for them.
Almost hurdled them. Just missed it. 2nd and 2. Looks like he's splitting Marvin Jones wide to the right side. Amir Abdullah in the pistol behind Matt Stafford. 2 wide receivers in the slot on the right side as well. 2nd and 2. It's going to be hand off to Abdullah over the left side. He's got a first down and more. And that was a horrible spin move. That was awful.
He spun into the tackle. He was past the defender.
I just wanted to make sure that I could get tackled. Sonny, I'm noticing you're not seeing a whole lot of Golden Tate out there. Where's Golden Tate?
I believe he's hurt. Didn't he get hurt
injured?
week 1? I think he got hurt week 1.
How big of a loss is that for this team?
Well, if he's not in here, that would be a little bit of a problem, as it looks like it is Bryant, Jones, and Galladay out there. So yeah, it looks like Golden Tate is out for this one.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're struggling a little bit.
He is out. He's out for another couple weeks. And that's a sure-handed wide receiver. One of the favorite weapons. Oh boy, he's got a lot of room on the right side. He's got the first down and more. No spin move there. He'll take his first down to the 16-yard line, and a little bit of a running game getting going here. And this is what Bomber can do. When this Lions team gets passing, you start to see Sonny a lot of defenses start to guess pass, and that's when you take advantage with a little run play from Amir Abdullah.
Surprising, though, they were in cover 4, which is a run defense, contrary to what a lot of people believe. So this Dallas defense has speed. So the fact they're getting the edge so easily, a little bit concerning, I would say, for your Dallas.
And the Lions now in the red zone. 2 wide receivers over to the left side. I formation for Matt Stafford. Amir Abdullah at the top of that I here on 1st and 10, down 10-3. Very methodical drive here from the Detroit Lions, something we're not used to seeing from this Lions offense. As Matt Stafford drops back, 4-man rush, waiting. He's got a lot of time. He rolls out, throws back across his body.
Dangerous.
Pick up maybe a couple there. 3 yards on the play. You bring up a 2nd and 7. And Sonny, this just doesn't look like the comfortable Lions offense we've seen in years past.
Yeah, and I mean, there's a couple things happening there. Obviously, you don't have quite the wide receiver repertoire you had in the past, and also new game, new things to figure out. Still early.
2nd and 7, as it's a 3 wide set once again for Matt Stafford as he drops back on 2nd down, steps up. He's going to take off. He's going to show Dak Prescott that 5.2 speed as he gets 9 yards on the play. It's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Look at those wheels. Matthew Stafford just showing off, and
Lumbering.
a little bit of late hit there by Sean Lee.
A little lumber there. Dun for Matt Stafford. He's getting up there in age. You can't take too many of those hits. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line for the Detroit Lions. Toss play to Amir Abdullah. Uh-oh. That's bad news, Bears. That's a Lions staple inside the 5-yard line. That halfback pitch out of that set, and Star read that the entire way. Great user tackle.
I think Star's starting to figure out here that the Lions are working all of their running attack outside, so they get those tight formations and they run wide. Spreading out and making Amir Abdullah run up the middle of the field is probably what I would be trying to do right now.
2nd and goal for the Lions. Empty backfield. 4 wide receivers and Theo Riddick in the slot as he comes in motion, showing this this screen that they love to run. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be the fake pump fake to the end zone. High pass. Absolutely not. Marvin Jones, not built for the high pass over the middle.
And everybody's got their gimmicks. They run in the red zone. Bomber likes to rag on everybody
Welcome
for
to the
there,
network,
but this
baby.
is a Lions staple, has been for 2-3 cycles now. So if you get in the red zone, you better be able to defend this play. You better watch the tape because they've got a nice little combo, different plays that run out of that.
Dog gifting a sub to Dark Brawler because he doesn't have his own credit card yet.
Welcome to the network,
big
baby.
shout out to Dog for the gift and to Playa for his 7 months of subscribing. 3rd and goal, they're going to hand it off very conservative. They're going to settle for a field goal. And Sonny, you've said over and over, one of the biggest flaws of this Lions team is they are very good outside the red zone, but once that field tightens and they don't have as much
Welcome to the
room,
network,
this
baby.
Lions team struggles to score.
Yeah, the Matthew Stafford and this team, they're built for space. They like spacing. They like using the spacing on the field to their advantage. And when they get down in that red zone, that tighter space, that's where kind of that lack of running game historically has come back to bite them. Those are a lot of points they left on the field there, and that may come back to bite them here later in this game.
Another sub we got in. Fellow Blitz with his 7 months of subscribing. I appreciate the love, folks. Gubbs says, why don't someone give Brawler a sub? He has to pay you back after 2 months interest starts. I assume Dog's already got that agreement written up for that sub for Dark Brawler. First and 10, minute 49 to go here in the first half. Dallas hanging on to a 4-point lead. 3 wide receivers for Dak Prescott. Under center, Ezekiel Elliott in the backfield. Play action pass. Prescott waiting. He's got all the time in the world. This 4-man rush not getting there. Looks over the middle. That's going to be picked off. That's a bad mistake from Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. You've given the Lions a life here as Reeves Maben, little over-the-shoulder catch. Sonny Weaver, what a play from the linebacker.
And he just got greedy there. He had all the time in the world. There was no pressure coming. He could have done anything he wanted, but instead he tried to push the ball down the field, and that is going to hurt.
Big shout out to Bogey. Bogey Express in the chat says, love the commentary, fellas. Great job. Have the Texans given Whedon any snaps yet? Haven't seen it, but you never know with Train. First and 10, shotgun formation for Matt Stafford. Minute 38 to go. First turnover of the game. Wow. as they've given a short field to Matt Stafford as he drops back to pass on 1st and 10. Looks underneath, and that one almost went the other way. Those are the plays, Bomber, that you got to think, Bomber. Those are the plays that Bomber you got to think is going, oh man, that could be going the other way. I could have just gifted that back. A bad read there, and one that he's lucky didn't come back to bite him.
Yeah, not a good read there at all. Obviously, the user on the tight end, he was reading that perfectly. Goes to the out, maybe a little quicker read than Bombers used to make, and I think the end dig on the right was going to be open.
Now 2nd and 10 for Stafford. Under center, 3 wide receivers, 2 over the left side. Lone on the right side is Des Bryant. Play action pass for Matt Stafford as he looks over to the dig on the left side. It is complete to the 38-yard line. Maybe he's listening to NBL Live, Sonny, because that dig route was nicely thrown to Marvin Jones Jr., showing off that he may be able to be a number 1 wide receiver here in the NBL.
Maybe. I think Dez is still number 1 there, so Marvin Jones forever the 2. So it's a good life.
1st and 10 for the Detroit Lions as they have an I formation set. 2 wide receivers over to the right side. Amir Abdullah at the top of the I, and it's going to be Abdullah getting the carry over the left side. He'll get hit down at the 36-yard line. Only going to pick up 2, and you're starting to see the Dallas Cowboys recognizing that outside run, Sonny, and not giving a whole lot of room to Amir Abdullah.
Yeah, and now see if I'm the Detroit Lions, the next time I run the ball, it's going to be a draw. I'm going to come back, and they're going to think it's an outside run. You're going to see them spread the line, and I'm coming back, and I'm running a draw right up the middle for a big play.
A lot of people talking about that glare. The sunlight coming through the Jerry World Dome. 2nd and 8. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Matt Stafford under center. He's got Amir Abdullah in the backfield, and a little antsy on the defensive line as they'll pick up a free 5 yards. And again, one of those things that Bomber just knows, Sonny. Z-Star loves to turn on that aggressive pass rush.
Yeah, it does, and now I'm glad that happened because the clock was ticking down. I'm not sure if Bomber was aware of it, but 32 seconds, you got 3 timeouts left, but still got to be conservative with that clock.
2nd and 3, same set. Play action pass from Matt Stafford as he rolls to the left side. Just lobs it up there. And another one that probably could have been picked is just batted down. Seeing some questionable reads from this Lions offense. Nonetheless, it's going to be 3rd and 3.
I'll be perfectly honest with you. In that light, the blue looks white anyway, so it's really hard to tell what the players are running across the field.
Somebody, can we get the shades pulled down on all the windows here in Jerry World? 3rd and 3, 27 seconds to go. Appreciate you guys tuning into NBL Live here on a Wednesday night, Week 4 action. Undefeated, these 2 teams, both standing at 3-0. Shotgun formation for Matt Stafford. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 over to the left side. Amir Abdullah to his left as Stafford. So he's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. They're going to run it with Amir Abdullah on 3rd down. He's going to get stopped once again. Clock running down. Detroit's going to settle for a 50-yard field goal and try to get this to a 1-point game.
That's unfortunate. Had he cut inside of his right tackle, he would have picked up the 1st down. Instead, he went for the outside run again, and Dallas is catching on. I think Detroit's going to have to pound the ball in between the tackles a little bit just to keep them honest.
Any concerns if you're a Lions fan, Sonny, of seeing how much they're trying to run the ball here? This is a pass-first offense. It always has been.
Yeah, it is, but I think at the same time, this is an offense that's thrown a few more interceptions than normal at this point in the year, and wow, big miss there.
Was that Hansen going for the tackle? Who was going for the tackle there?
I don't know, but yeah, so to our point, it's a little different Lions offense than we're used to seeing.
Looks like the Cowboys just going to kneel this one out, get to halftime with a 1-point lead. All right, Sonny, as we head into halftime, let's put on your teacher glasses. Give these teams a grade for their first half performance.
It's hard because things have changed so much. Dallas came out so good on that first drive. They've not looked nearly as good since. Detroit, kind of the same thing. I would probably say Dallas is at a solid B- right now with the Lions at a C.
Yeah, that interception at the end probably brought that grade down a little bit as it gifted the Lions another 3 points, but we've seen the Lions have 3 dives and 3 field goals. They haven't found the end zone yet, and that's concerning if you are a Lions fan. 2 long field goals, too. We know they have trouble inside the red zone, but we've seen 2 50-plus yard field goals from the Detroit Lions. So let's see if their offense can figure something out here, getting the ball to start the second half. Sonny, what would you be looking for as the game plan from the Lions?
Game plan for the Lions, I think I'm taking a deep shot here. You've seen a couple Dallas man blitzes and early down and distances. I think I tried to get a deep man shot here at some point to Des Bryant and see what I can come up with.
First and 10 for the Detroit Lions. 2 wide receivers over the left side, 1 over to the right. Amir Abdullah in the backfield. Luke Wilson on the right side of that formation as well. Here on first and 10, play clock down under 6. There's a lot of hot routes being called out. Matt Stafford dropping back, 4-man rush from the Cowboys. He's rolling out to the right side, looks underneath. Ooh, a catch in tight coverage. Nice catch there by Kenny Golladay, a guy I think just perpetually on the trading block for Bomber and the Detroit Lions. He comes up with a nice catch there, going to bring up a second and short.
Yeah, sent to Washington last year. Bombers trying to send him somewhere again this year. Just a matter of time before Kenny Golladay is wearing another jersey.
And bunch formation, 3 to the right side, 1 over to left for Matt Stafford under center. He's got Abdullah in the backfield, drops back to pass on 2nd and inches. Looks underneath it. His complete diving attempt doesn't go, and he's got some room past midfield all the way up to the 47-yard line, laying out on the defense, trying to make a play. But when you miss, you leave a lot of room for the tight end, Luke Wilson, who's having a nice game. 3 catches so far.
And it wasn't bad coverage there, just like the play before. The Dallas Cowboys have done well in man coverage. It's just that, you know, Detroit's slinging it in there, and they're making the contested catches right now.
First and 10 for the Detroit Lions. 3 wide receivers out there on first down. 1 tight end, that is Luke Wilson on the right side of that formation. Quick pass underneath, complete, big hit. Sit down, sir. No run after the catch for Dez Bryant in his return to Dallas. You think there's any lost love for Dez Bryant here in Dallas?
Oh, well, you know, the Dallas Cowboys and Dez being the very cool, calm, and collected player he is.
Very reserved.
They're very amicable. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure he's very happy to be showing up here. I think he'd like to be doing a little bit more. So maybe if Matthew Stafford would throw him the ball, they may do okay.
Love to see him pull a TO and run to the Dallas Stars, put the ball, spike it right in the center. 2nd and 7. Blitz coming from the outside. Down goes Stafford. Big blitz from the right side, not recognized. As that wasn't even a blitz, it was just a 4-man rush, but the offensive line completely confused by that one. Going to bring up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, that was actually Jordan Lewis coming out of the slot on the backside. It was tight formation, so it looked like he was off the line, but pretty tough to miss that cornerback blitz coming there when you have 5 linemen, only 3 line rushers.
3rd and 14 for Matt Stafford and the Lions. He draws back to pass on 3rd down, steps up in the pocket. He's waiting. He rolls out to the right side, looking for the C route. I think the Cowboys knew that was coming.
That was a big hit right there. And actually, Stafford, part of me wonders if he could have ran for it, honestly, because
they gave a lot of space at the
there was a big gap there for a long time.
4th and 14, the Lions are going to have to punt this way. It's a bad punt, too, all the way through the back of the end zone. So, from the 49-yard line, that is a net 29-yard punt. Not a good drive there from the Detroit Lions to start the second half.
Not at all, and here we go. Dallas is going to come out, and now I can't take the opposite approach here. If I'm Dallas, I'm trying to take a shot here, I think, early on this defense.
Don't forget to check out Building the Franchise Dallas Cowboys all season long here on the NBL Network. 1st and 10. It's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott up the middle. And Sonny, we talked about the key. One of the keys to the game is the Lions' ability to stop Zeke Elliott. He does have a touchdown, but he's only averaging 2 yards per carry. The Lions' defense has contained him so far.
Well, and that's why they're only losing by a point, Detroit, that is, because honestly, with the way their offense has been playing, you'd expect this Dallas team to have a lot more points, and I think it comes back to that run defense we're seeing so far this game.
2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Dak Prescott. Zeke Elliott in the backfield on 2nd and 9. Cole Beasley going in motion over to the left side of that formation now, putting both wide receivers on the left. And on 2nd down, it's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott. He's got some blockers over there. Ooh. Shakes off one tackler. No, thank you, sir. Get off of me. He'll pick up a nice gain there. Give him 6. Going to bring up a 3rd and short.
And we see another play there with a spy for Dak Prescott. They know what to look for here. 3rd and 3. This is prime Dak Prescott running territory.
And it's going to be Dak Prescott under center. 2 wide receivers over to the left side. Zeke Elliott in the backfield. Drops back to pass on 3rd and 3. Quick throw, easy pitch, and catch. A little possession catch at the 45-yard line. Dak Prescott just there. Hit 100 yards passing on the day as he finds Cole Beasley for the 3rd time.
Cole Beasley gets down. He doesn't want none of that hit stick. He wants none of it.
As the Lions and the Cowboys duking it out. Both teams sitting at 3-0 here in Week 4. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm Oshu. I'm hanging with my man, Sonny Weaver. 1st and 10 I formation for the Dallas Cowboys. Zeke Elliott at the top of the I. 2 wide receivers over to the left side. On 1st and 10, it's going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott over the left side. Look at him fight through tackles, keep the legs moving. He'll get to the 48-yard line. Nice run there. Give him 7 on 1st down. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and I feel like you're okay with that if you're Detroit. He's going to get his 5 to 7 yard carries, but as long as you're not giving him the 20 and 30 yard carry, you feel like you're doing okay stopping this running attack.
Yeah, now on 2nd and 3, an opportunity to open up the playbook, maybe take a shot down the field against this Lions defense. It's going to be shotgun formation. Zeke Elliott to the right of Dak Prescott. 4 wide receivers out there. It's going to be 3 wide, 1 tight end. As Will Ty, the tight end, is going to get tight to the line, putting 2 wide over to the right side, 1 over to the left side. That's Allen Hurns. Haven't called his name so far today. On 2nd and 3, it's Dak Prescott driving back. Quick throw right up the seam to Will Ty. Gets obliterated, but holds on to the ball. That's nice recognition there from Dak Prescott that the blitz was coming. Had nobody over top of the tight end. Easy pitch and catch, Sonny Weaver.
Yeah, anytime you get those tight ends and the seam is open, they will throw that seam. That's kind of what their tight ends do here in Dallas. They're just kind of field stretchers. They push the defense up to give the underneath room for the wide receivers.
Let's see if the Lions can get a stop here as the Dallas Cowboys in field goal range. Handoff to Zeke Elliott over the left side. Boy, Sonny, that Sun is aggressive here in this game.
Not good. Not good. Just not a fan. You've heard a lot around the community about the complaints of the glare inside of stadiums. I think this is a live look at how bad that can be.
About as bad as I've seen it. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left side, 1 over to the right. So it's going to be a handoff once again to Zeke Elliott. And you're seeing the ground game get going. They're trying to force feed Zeke Elliott the ball. He picks up a first down there on a 2nd and 3. And boy, it just seems like it's a 1-point game. But, Sonny, it feels like the Dallas Cowboys are really in control right now.
They have controlled the whole game, but that turnover obviously earlier hurt. Dallas got to punch it in here. I think 3 here right now. You're Detroit. You're feeling like you'll break one eventually. If you're Dallas, you really need to put your foot on the throw here.
3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 not. Handed off to Zeke Elliott once again up the middle. Been dominating so far and able to pick up another 2 there on first down. Going to bring it to a 2nd and 8, and probably the best job for the Lions stopping Zeke Elliott on first down, making sure he doesn't cut it down to a 2nd and short. Quickly moving is this Dallas Cowboys team. He comes out, 3 wide receivers, 2 over the left, 1 to the right side. 1 tight end on the right side of that formation. Now moving Cole Beasley over to the right side. Zeke Elliott to the left of Dak Prescott here, nearing the red zone at the 23-yard line. And why not hand the ball off once again? And Zeke Elliott.
Bad tackling. Just bad tackling.
That's all
that is.
I don't even know if that's bad tackling, Sonny. That is non-existent tackling. Look at them. They just sort of run up, hey, tell them hello, and then they move on with their lives.
There was a guy that just fell right off of him there, too.
That's tough. Gotta wrap up there. Expect a halfback wham here. I'm just saying, on 1st and goal. There it is. A little motion. But nice job. It was a win, but nice job by Reeves Maben getting in the middle there, making sure Zeke Elliott doesn't find the end zone. Going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Sonny, how important is it for the Lions to get a stop here and at least hold them to a field goal?
Well, it's a big deal, and right now, if you're Detroit, you're feeling like a field goal is a win with as bad as your defense has played this drive.
2 wide receivers for Dak Prescott. I formation. Zeke Elliott at the top of that I. Handed off to Zeke Elliott. He walks into the end zone. Boy, this Lions defense. This defensive line, Sonny, might be one of the worst in the NBL because they have no ability to get pressure on the quarterback on 4-man rushes, and they have no ability to even get to Zeke Elliott at the first level.
Yeah, they can't get off the blocks. Obviously, Dallas has a really good offensive line, but at that point, you've seen 2 walk-in touchdowns inside the 10-yard line. That is a problem. I think if you're Detroit now, you have to force the throw going forward. I'm running nothing but man blitzes, maybe goal line defenses down there because they're getting in there, and it's just too easy.
A shout out to NBL Cardinals saying, looks like he's got unaggressive tackle on. That's sure is what it looked like there. Hey, a reminder, folks, about our graphic sponsor, web3ks.com. They are the graphic sponsor for the NBL Network. They do a ton of great work for our entire network, our original programming, and our NBL Live program. And if you or anyone you know needs graphics done for a affordable price, hit up web3ks.com. Let them know NBL sent you. You'll get a 15% discount on your entire order. Web3ks.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. As we are in the 4th quarter, it is still a 1-possession game. This Lions team has been completely neutralized by the Dallas Cowboys, but Matt Stafford has the ball. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Des Bryant out to the right. Marvin Jones Jr. out to the left. Amir Abdullah in the backfield as Matt Stafford trying to quiet this Dallas crowd. On first down, it's a quick throw underneath to Marvin Jones Jr. 11 of 17, 127. Sonny, he hasn't played horribly, but it just seems like when they need him to make a big throw, he hasn't been able to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's done okay underneath, but anything down the field, he's really struggled this game.
Now a 2nd and 6 for Matt Stafford and the Lions. He's in the pistol. Jones out to the left side. Bryant out to the right. Amir Abdullah in the backfield on 2nd down. Play action pass. He's dropping back. Waiting. He's got a man. He's got Marvin Jones at midfield. He came all the way across the field. And Sonny, what I will say is, as good as the Dallas Cowboys offensive line has played, the Detroit Lions offensive line has done a very nice job of keeping Matt Stafford clean in this game, giving him time to work.
Yeah, all things considered, they've played really well. And look at the patience there by Matthew Stafford. Waits for him to come across the entire field. And it wasn't even a crossing route. I mean, he made an upward move first before he came across the field. A lot of time there in the pocket. Can't have that happen if you're Dallas.
Jamie in the chat says Tate is really missed. I think Golden Tate is missed for this team. As 1st and 10, bunch formation, 3 to the left side, 1 tight end on the right side of that formation. That's Luke Wilson. Amir Abdullah in the backfield, 4:55 in counting. Stafford drops back on 1st and 10. Just after I compliment the offensive line, Matt Stafford takes too much time, and the man with my favorite first name in the world, that was Taco Charlton with the tackle. He might have gone to the U of M, but he's got the first name of Taco Sonny, stealing my first and second born's name.
Hey, you remember we used to have a guy in the NBL, Taco Bacon?
He's my favorite player ever. Only one thing would have been better if his name was Bacon Taco.
That's true. That would have been very good. Taco Bell, I think, had a bacon taco once upon a time.
Probably wasn't very good.
It was, I think. I'm trying to remember back. I think it had gordita sauce in it.
Oh, see, there's the clutch move. You got to have the gordita sauce. See, we're already talking about Taco Bell. 2nd and 16. Had a man underneath. He's going to take a shot over the top, looking up.
Wow.
Over. Oh, it's picked off, and that's a great pick. Great defensive play. They took a shot for Marvin Jones. They didn't have a lot of room, and Matt Stafford just needed a little more mustard on that one. Picked off at the 4-yard line, and now the Lions are in trouble, Sonny Weaver.
Yeah, and I think Stafford just kind of ran out of patience. You know, he's not used to having these longer drives. He's used to having some kind of explosive plays, and so he tried to make one of his own, and good coverage there by the defense.
High formation, 1st and 10 is going to be a handoff to Zeke Elliott right up the middle. Lions helping him forward, make sure he gets his 2 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd and 7 as we head towards the end of the 4th quarter. Sonny, what do the Lions defense, are you just expecting a run every play at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I would. With the way this team's running, if I'm Dallas, I'd probably stick with the run. Because really, you haven't been stopped. Even 3 yards to carry, you know, if you average 3.5 yards to carry, you're getting a first down. So I'd stay with it.
Yeah, they've only thrown for 100 yards in this game. 2nd and 7 is going to be a counterplay to Zeke Elliott. He's got some room. Nice tackle there by Reeves. Mabin at the 12-yard line, going to bring a 3rd and 1. And still, the Lions just unwilling to bring any more than 4 people on a rush.
Yeah, and I'm still running here if I'm Dallas. Until they can prove they can stop you, you keep staying with what's working, and that's running. Just run. The Lions refuse to get out of kind of nickel personnel, so you just keep running.
Yeah, ride that Zeke Elliott train. 3rd and 1. Toss play. Zeke Elliott, he gets stopped. All right, Sonny. They got the stop. They brought the blitz finally, and Zeke Elliott stopped for a 2-yard loss. Big
and I'm
play
still
by
not
Lions
sure how I
defense.
feel about that because Zeke Elliott didn't make a read on his pulling blocker. He just ran right into him. Ran right up the butt of his pulling blocker. He didn't break left. He didn't break right. He just kind of tried to follow him, and on a toss play, that was kind of weird.
Up past the 45. He didn't get past midfield to the 45, to the 40. Spin move inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Great return there to set up great field position for Matt Stafford. He hasn't looked great today. The offense hasn't looked great today, but you know Bomber's got some tricks up his sleeve. Sonny looking to put the game, at least tie the game up. They're down 8. They need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they got to go big here. Matthew Stafford can't lose his confidence. Know what got you here. That's Matthew Stafford's arm.
Let's see what happens here. 1st and 10. Empty backfield for Matt Stafford. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Stafford dropping back on 1st and 10. Blitz coming over the right side. It's fumbled. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Well, if you don't recognize the blitz, you got an empty backfield. You got to recognize that a blitz is coming. Somebody's got to pick it up. Instead, it was a free rush to Matt Stafford, and the Cowboys, they get the ball at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, you got to throw that one hot. You had 5 blockers, 6 blitzers. That's not a good combination there. And, well,
all right, Sonny.
there it goes.
In the chat, we've got a great example of clearly people who don't pay attention to the NBL. And the other person, well, hold on. Zeke Elliott's about to score. 10, 5, walk into the end zone, touchdown. That might put it out of reach there. But Darth Ben in the chat says, "I wish the Steelers in real life could be the NBL Steelers."
Well, fun fact, NBL Steelers right now are 0-3. So I do also wish the
maybe
Steelers would be like the NBL Steelers.
Are you a Browns or a Bengals fan? I didn't think he was, but I could be wrong.
I'm a Bengals fan.
I know you are. I know.
And you're a Browns fan.
It's true. Porter, nail in the coffin, question mark. Well.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's over, folks.
Fat lady singing, man. He's a Ravens fan. All right, good. There you go.
Okay, well, they didn't know what was going on. Congrats.
Is happy. Hey, great job, Darth Ben. Great job paying attention. That's a really relevant play. I was really concerned that he still thought Lip was the Steelers. No. I did have a brief moment today where I looked at the standings. I saw the Jaguars were undefeated. I'm like, wow, an Iceland's undefeated. Oh, wait, hold on. Double A finally joining us in the chat. We know you're just avoiding us. First and 10 for the Detroit Lions. Looking to make something happen here. We've seen some big plays. Play clock down under 5. Stafford still taunting the crowd as he drops back to pass on first and 10. 4-man rush. Quick throw over to the right side. And I think, Sonny, that's the biggest thing that is scary if you're a Lions fan, is that they haven't been able to stretch the field at all.
I thought you were going to say that Luke Wilson's your leading receiver.
That as well. First and 10. It's Stafford dropping back. Looks over the middle. Completes another one. Quick and underneath. That's Kenny Golladay.
Wow.
Breaks a tackle. But he has apparently used up all of his energy breaking that tackle. Get that man to the conditioning room. He looked like me after a couple of Chipotle burritos.
Or after a 40-yard dash.
Now, that's me after a 10-yard dash. It's not a 40-yard dash. First and 10 for the Lions. 2:27 counting. They do still have all 3 timeouts, so a touchdown here. They're still in this game. As Stafford dropping back on first and 10. Waiting, looking underneath. Oh, little juke move. Is that Des Bryant showing off the moves there on the interior? Yep, that was.
Yeah.
2:10 and counting, nearing the 2
Watch the
minute
scene.
warning. Finally, they've put together a nice drive, but is it too little, too late? Clock running. Stafford drops back, waiting, steps up. He's going to take off, slide down at the 10-yard line. Another late hit. They're not calling that at all.
No, not at all. So I guess 2 touchdowns with a 2-point conversion will tie this game up.
Do you go for the
Let's
2
go.
here on the first touchdown, or do you leave it a 1-possession game?
I go for it on the second one, I think.
Okay. Second and 2 for Stafford and the Lions as it's an empty backfield. Is that Brandon LaFell on the right side? I didn't know.
It is.
Shout out to Brandon LaFell. Second and 2, Stafford dropping back, 3-man rush. A lot of defense there for the Dallas
Brandon
Cowboys.
LaFell.
Hey, why not, big fella? Shout out to Brandon LaFell getting the touchdown to cut this back to a 1-possession game. Brandon LaFell. Detroit Lions MVP, I think, right here. As the kick is up and as good as an 8-point game. Sonny, 3 timeouts. Do you kick the onside kick or do you boot this one deep?
I think you have to play defense.
Okay, so you kick the onside kick like the Lions are doing?
That is interesting. So Dallas calls a timeout. Now I definitely kick it downfield.
I don't know if I want to put Dallas in field goal range.
That ends the game.
Bomber doesn't trust his defense.
Well, they got quite the kicker here, and that's probably the game. He needs, 5 yards for Dan Bailey to kick this field goal?
Colby in the chat says hashtag Dallas.
Elliott up the middle 3 times and kick a field goal in this one.
Browns, nah. Bengals can keep extending inconsistency. Darth Ben, if you're going to talk crap, spell check first.
Has Darth been related to DB?
I can only assume they're the same person. First and 10. Dak Prescott under center. Zeke Elliott in the backfield. They're going to bring the wide receivers tight for formation. Let's see if Zeke Elliott gets a steady dose here. It's a toss play to the right side. Got a little bit of room, but a nice job of closing that hole. He'll pick up 1 yard on the play to the 44-yard line. Bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm going to just run out of a power I formation. Maybe something that's got a little bit of a cutback, maybe a blast or something like that. But I'm just slamming it between these 2 tackles that really have had little luck so far this game, slowing down the running.
This looks like it's going to be a run as Hearns comes in motion on 2nd and 9. Yep. It's a run play out of that spread formation. You knew it was coming, but Bomber didn't trust himself to play against that defense. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 3, and if they're going to have any chance, they need to get a stop here and hope that they get a missed field goal or a block.
Shout out to I really hate Mark saying that Darth Ben is funny and has working internet. Definitely not the DB we know.
That's just a fact. Yeah, the one test to see if you are DB is, are you mooching off of somebody else's internet? Look at this. The Lions are going to be bringing everybody here to get the stop. Zeke Elliott right up the middle. They'll get taken down. All right, they got their stop. 37-yard line. It's a 54-yard field goal attempt. Dan Bailey's already made one from here. If it is up and it is good, it's your ball game, but who knows? We could see a block. We've seen them before here on NBL Live. 4th and 2 from the left hash mark. Does the pressure get to Dan Bailey, or is he cool and collected? Ball is down. Kick is up. It is online, and it has enough leg, and I think it hit the hard cam, but it's good. That's going to seal the ball game here, Sonny. Barring some incredible magic, the Dallas Cowboys are going to come out with a win today, and it only looks like an 11-point game, but it really was the Dallas Cowboys in control all game long.
Yeah, they controlled this one start to finish. We talked about how well early in this game they were containing Zeke Elliott. Well, it was only a matter of time before Zeke really started to get going, and in the end, Detroit, they took some sacks, which you figured they would, but Matthew Stafford never really seemed to feel comfortable in the pocket. Like we talked about, Luke Wilson, I think, is their leading receiver on the day, and that's never good when Luke Wilson's your
Brawler in the
leading
chat
receiver.
says no DCs this season, so I'd say I have good internet.
Did Dark wait, what?
Dark Brawler says no DC this season, so I'd say I have good internet.
He had 4 in one game.
Don't we have the DB count?
He had 4 in the first game of the season.
Unisolated has been sick on him. I think that's just a flat out lie. I think he might be confusing himself with Darth Ben, because I assume Darth Ben has had no DCs this season.
I think he's delusional. This is weird. Okay.
All right.
Oh, he's blaming
he
the
says
playbook.
the playbook.
So wait, he's had bad playbooks, bad network that's not his. He refuses to take any sort of self kind of blame. Crazy.
Don't Decadog defending DB. No. Nope. Yeah, it will not. I will not until that man gets until that boy gets an Ethernet connection. I will not. Nope. Oh yeah, and Homer said he blamed Bomber once.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
All right, so Sonny, with today, are the Dallas Cowboys your favorite to come out of the NFC?
I think you have to say that right now. I'm kind of interested to see if they play a team that can stop Zeke Elliott for a whole game and what that looks like. Maybe your Atlanta Falcons. You got the speed. We'll have to wait and see. You're also undefeated, aren't you?
Thanks for bringing that up, Sonny.
Oh, okay.
I am. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Do you
We'll see.
guys play? Do you happen to play this season?
Hey, that's a good question. Yeah, time. As Double A says, I got Falcons. Let's see. I'll check my own schedule in Daddy Leagues. Yes, I do play them.
Cool. All right.
Week
That'd
11.
be a big game.
Week 11. I actually play the Browns and the Cowboys back to back. That should be fun.
Could determine home field advantage that game against the Cowboys.
That's gonna be a fun stretch. Browns, Cowboys, Saints, all back to back. That's gonna be good. Here's what I'll say. If Josh is in the chat. If you could play like you did in our first game, please just do that. Because and Dark Brawler takes one more shot and says Taco Bell is trash. Brawler, we've got an entire grid league that everybody would rather have in the league more than you. I'm just saying.
Hey, can we get a mod to mute him or boot him?
I got it. No, I got it. First, I'm rejecting his friend request to the NBL Network. And then I'm doing what his parents do, which is putting him in timeout. So, as the Lions just going to take a knee and be done with this one. As it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys coming out on top, 27-16 in this game. Sonny, it was front to back. I think it may not have looked like domination at times, but the Cowboys really were in control, and the Lions just didn't look comfortable at any point today.
They haven't, and you got to start thinking maybe Z-Star's got Bomber's number. I think this is the 3rd win in a row for Z-Star over Bomber. 2 Super Bowls, and now this.
I think so. Yeah, it's Double A in the chat saying Z owns Bomber. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these teams end up. It actually ended up, Matt Stafford had a much better quarterback rating because Dak Prescott only threw the ball 9 times today.
Yeah.
But it turns out that the key was Zeke Elliott, and Sonny, the Lions just had no answer for Zeke.
Nope.
Well, make sure you check out Building the Franchise, Dallas Cowboys, hosted by Bomber. I'm sure he'll love talking about this game. That'll be fun.
That'll be fun.
That'll be fun. NVL Live is off this upcoming holiday weekend, but be sure to check out bonus coverage all weekend long. We hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend. For my co-host, Sonny Weaver, I am OSU. Once again, your final score, the Dallas Cowboys coming out on top 27-16 over the Detroit Lions. We will see you next time right here on NBL Live.